Izuku Midoriya and Tomura Shigaraki are two of the most significant characters in the My Hero Academia universe. They are foils to one another in many ways, but they also share many similarities. In this video, we will explore some of the parallels between Izuku Midoriya and Tomura Shigaraki. One of the most striking parallels between the two characters is their traumatic pasts. Izuku grew up without a quirk and was bullied for it, leading to a deep sense of self-doubt and insecurity. Tomura, on the other hand, was raised by an abusive and neglectful father, which led to a profound sense of anger and resentment towards society. Both characters experienced immense pain and suffering in their early lives, which has a significant impact on their development as characters. First, we'll talk about Tomura. Tenko Shimura is the grandson of the former holder of the one-for-all quirk, Nana Shimura. He was born with the power to decay anything he touches with his hands, a power that he inherited from his father. However, his father was abusive towards him and his family, and Tenko's quirk manifested out of fear and anger towards his father. Tomura Shigaraki's past is one of trauma and abuse. He was born as Tenko Shimura, the grandson of the revered hero Nana Shimura. However, his father was an abusive and neglectful man who constantly berated and belittled him. When Tenko was still a child, his father lost control and attacked the family, killing Tenko's mother and younger sister. Tenko was the only survivor of the attack, and the trauma of losing his family and the guilt of not being able to protect them led him to repress his emotions. His quirk is called Decay. It allows him to disintegrate anything he touches with all 5 fingers of his hand. The disintegration spreads rapidly and can affect both organic and inorganic material, making it a powerful and dangerous ability. However, it does have some limitations. Tomura must touch the object or surface directly with all 5 fingers of his hand, and he cannot control the intensity or direction of the disintegration. Additionally, his quirk has a certain range, and he must remain in physical contact with the object for it to continue to disintegrate. Despite its limitations, Tomura's decay is a formidable power and has made him one of the most dangerous villains in the world of My Hero Academia. After the traumatic event, Tenko was taken in by the villainous All-for-One, who saw his potential as a powerful weapon in his fight against a hero society. All-for-One renamed him Tomura Shigaraki after an old friend and began to groom him to become his successor. Under All-for-One's tutelage, Tomura learned how to harness his quirk and use it to devastating effect. He also learned about the nature of power and how to manipulate others to achieve his goals. Over time, Tomura began to develop a deep-seated hatred for hero society and a desire to destroy it. In the present day, Tomura is the leader of the League of Villains, a group of powerful and dangerous villains who seek to destabilize society and bring about the downfall of heroes. He is a ruthless and calculating individual who will stop at nothing to achieve his goals. However, he also has moments of vulnerability and doubt, particularly when it comes to his relationships with his fellow villains. Despite his dark past and twisted motivations, Tomura is a complex and compelling character. His traumatic upbringing and twisted relationship with All-for-One have shaped him into the villain he is today. As the story of My Hero Academia continues to unfold, it will be interesting to see how Tomura's past continues to inform his present, and whether he will ever be able to overcome his demons and find redemption. Izuku Midoriya's past is a significant part of his character development and the overall story of My Hero Academia. Here are the details of his past. Izuku Midoriya was born without a quirk, which made him an outcast in a world where most people have superpowers. Despite his lack of powers, Izuku never gave up on his dream of becoming a hero. He idolized heroes and spent most of his time watching hero shows and reading hero comics. Izuku's lack of a quirk made him a target for bullies who mocked and ridiculed him for not having any powers. This made Izuku feel even more isolated and alone. Even his best friend Katsuki Bakugo, who had a powerful explosive quirk, would often belittle and bully him. Izuku is a kind-hearted, selfless, and determined individual who is always willing to help others. He is very analytical and has a habit of studying the moves and abilities of other heroes to gain inspiration for his own strategies. He is also very brave, willing to put himself in danger to save others, even if it means sacrificing himself in the process. One day, Izuku meets his idol, All Might, who is the world's greatest hero. All Might was impressed by Izuku's courage and determination and saw potential in him. However, All Might initially tells Izuku that he can never become a hero without a quirk, which crushed Izuku's dreams. After witnessing Izuku's bravery in saving his classmate from a villain, All Might has a change of heart and decides to pass on his quirk to Izuku. This quirk is called Oneforall, which grants the user immense physical strength and agility. All Might takes Izuku under his wing and trains him to control his quirk. Izuku undergoes intense physical training to strengthen his body and learn how to use his quirk without injuring himself. After proving himself to All Might and receiving a passing of Oneforall, Izuku gains the quirk known as Oneforall, which allows him to greatly enhance his physical abilities, including strength, speed, and agility. However, this power is so immense that it can be difficult for him to control at times, and it puts a great strain on his body when he uses it to its fullest extent. Izuku applies to UA High School, a prestigious school for aspiring heroes, and is accepted after passing the entrance exam. Here, he meets other students who have quirks and forms friendships with them. Despite being one of the weaker students in terms of quirk usage, Izuku proves himself to be a capable hero in training and gains the respect of his classmates. Throughout the series, Izuku attends UA High School, a prestigious school for aspiring heroes, where he trains to become a hero and learns to master his quirk. He makes friends with his classmates and forms a strong bond with his mentor, All Might. Izuku faces many challenges and obstacles on his journey to becoming a hero, including battling powerful villains and overcoming personal struggles. Overall, Izuku Midoriya is a brave, determined, and selfless character who serves as an inspiration to those around him. He is a prime example of how hard work and determination can overcome any obstacle, even in a world full of superpowered beings. He never let his lack of a quirk stop him from pursuing his dreams, and proved that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. Another parallel between Izuku and Tomura is their sense of purpose. Izuku dreams of becoming a hero, just like his idol All Might. He sees heroism as a way to make a positive impact on the world and help people in need. Tomura, on the other hand, has a much darker sense of purpose. He wants to destroy the society that he feels has rejected and hurt him. Both characters are driven by a strong sense of purpose, but their goals are very different. Despite their differences, Izuku and Tomura also share a similar trajectory of growth and development. Izuku starts as an underdog, someone who is underestimated and overlooked because of his lack of a quirk. However, he works tirelessly to improve himself and his abilities, and he gradually becomes a powerful hero in his own right. Tomura also starts as an underdog, someone who is overlooked and underestimated because of his age and lack of experience. However, he also works tirelessly to improve himself and his abilities, and he gradually becomes a formidable villain in his own right. Both Izuku and Tomura have important relationships with mentors who guide and shape their development.